3.0. Web 1.0 was actually a static kind of uh, product where the users did not have any way to interact with the product. So you land on a website, you just scroll from top to down, just reading information, no way to interact with the product in a way like commenting, being able to show how you feel about the product and all of that. But that was not part of it. But the emergence of Web 2.0 brought this interaction into use. And since Web 1.1 was not user focused, so it was Web 2.0 that brought this user experience into product design and development. So Web 2.0 now became the first uh, mobile first design and development of products and websites. So you see in Web 2.0, because the users are now given the opportunity to interact directly with the product, they have an option to sign up, register, leave a comment. And as they are interacting with this product, what really happens is that data is generated. Their information is saved on the server. So the owner of such product have access to the user information. And over time, there was a lot of information and data available. So you see social media coming into play where users can now upload videos, pictures, and do anything they feel like doing on such platforms. But as much data is being generated, first thing that happened is that the owners of this platform took advantage of the data, sold the data, they exploited the user's data to make money by selling such data to advertisers. Advertisers now using that data to target their ads to these users. Users see the ads, but there was no way for users to earn. They were just interacting with the product, having fun, but indirectly, the owners of the products were making money. But we can see recently, a few years ago, platform begin paying publishers. See Google AdSense rolling out, paying publishers for content they create on their website or videos they publish on YouTube. You now also see social media platform like Instagram, Facebook paying users for just the content generated. And this content, as we all know, is data. So if this amount of data is generated on a daily basis, it means it has given opportunity to further research and further product development. That is when artificial intelligence came in to take advantage of that data, they monitor the trends, release products that took advantage of the data to offer close to precision predictions. So you see, at that point, the user is still not in control of the data. So it was still problems as we are to the day you land on a website, you can be banned. Yes, it means that on that platform, there is still a centralized ownership. And this over time is generating issues, and people want a freer social space where they can do whatever they want. And a few days ago, Twitter was purchased, and the first thing Elon Musk did was to remove the bot that followed all your comments to be blocking you if you make certain comments. But here you can make comments free as without being banned, no matter the comments. So it's part of the things that Web 3.0 brought in, saying that the user space that data is provided, users should still have access to the data, should control their data. They should also be able to make money from data and so many other things that we'll be talking about today. So Web 3.0 being the next generation web technology is actually user data driven and is a technology or machine based. So it gives rise to having products that are based on data and that makes use of the data that is available. You see machine language coming in. All of this came as a result of the data that Web 2.0 generated. So since we cannot define Web 3.0 as an architecture or a technology, but rather a concept, what really defines Web 3.0? So we'll quickly look at a few of those things that can help us really understand when you say Web 3.0, what does it truly mean? So in Web 3.0, one thing that stands out is the availability of artificial intelligence and machine learning algorithms. So programs that are run based on data that has been fed to the system for a period of time. So you need to expect more Internet of Things devices. You see voice recognition, face recognition, sensors and high precision and predictions. You hear Siri, Alexa, Google Voice. All these things came because data is available. And that data came from Web 2.0. So Web 2.0, the Web 3.0 is now taking advantage of the data to make a more distributed form of but synchronized data source rather than having a centralized data source where you have data source for this platform, data source for this platform, and there's no sharing of such information to make better products. With 3.0, make it decentralized so that the information will help product development and also better user experience. So we have been seeing a lot of these employed in self-driven cars. You see, drug design, climate modeling, all of these things are AI products that wouldn't have been possible if there was no data. So the way we interact with these products will keep changing because what Web 3.0 is suggesting is bringing in is more of a decentralized data system. So if that is available, you should expect that instead of building an AI engine, you'll be taking advantage of available AI engines by just employing their APIs in your products. And that will reduce the amount of many centralized social media platform or cloud services that you will need to rely on, but rather you have a decentralized kind of data structure where you can use and build any product you think of doing. So the next thing that comes in that defines Web 3.0 is edge computing. In the past, companies like Facebook, Instagram, who came in during Web 3, 2.0, will have data centers where they will store, keep their servers there. They'll be running, powering all the platforms from that unit. And you can see that in such process, they generate a lot of energy from one location. There's a lot of data transmission, bandwidth usage, and the response rate is not that kind of, it's not so swift. But that can be improved upon. That is why the edge computing came in. And with 3.0 is suggesting that instead of doing that, let these data centers be distributed. So such a way, data centers can now be executed closer to, if not directly, at the location where the data is being collected. So this enables a lot of new use cases that require large amounts of data to be processed in real time, and just little bandwidth will be used. And you will not expect delays or certain latency because of the transmission of such data, because all of it are almost like operating from the device. So Web 3.0 opens opportunity for us to take advantage of the virtual world, for us to take advantage of augmented reality, autonomous vehicles, smart cities. These are things because imagine a self-driven vehicle, right? If there is a breach in data transmission, what will happen? Before you know, there is auto crash. So that's edge computing is helping helping solve such problems and opening up opportunities for newer use cases. As I had mentioned during the conversation, Web 3.0 is really promoting decentralization. That is one of the core things that Web 3.0 is promoting. A lot of large or big companies that we know, like Facebook, they have so far colonized the tech space, the web, because of what they came in, they had access to a lot of data. But if this was centralized, it means the same power that they have, another person will do the same. Okay, imagine like banks that will have to authenticate transactions and there might be delays in the process. So you send money to someone, it has to go through a middle person. That is not cool. So decentralization gives us opportunity to do whatever we want without having that middle person. So you can say that it is permissionless. It runs on what we call smart contracts that are contracts that have certain rule sets. They were programmed and published before such project was launched. So whatever you're running on such network after such smart contract has been launched, it means that it is a program that will take care of authentication, approving, disabling, and all of that. So there's no middleman running. So there's no way you can say that you have some limits as you would have in Web 2.0. Another thing is autonomy. As I mentioned, Facebook and other big companies have been dominating. But if it is decentralized, it means you and I will have the same opportunity to make the same amount of money, to take advantage of the same space, rather than just few big companies, Microsoft, Apple, having Facebook, these few guys being the ones making money. But with decentralization, everybody have the same capability to do something. So it prevents a single individual or company from dominating an economy or space. So with decentralized autonomous organizations, that is DAO, smart contract systems can help everybody run a smooth business following certain rules. And if everybody is following certain rules, it means that it doesn't favor one person over the other. And ownership and control are also decentralized without middlemen. So decisions are meant to be voted by each and every one, not a single person like a CEO coming up to make the decision overnight. If every individual is making his own contribution towards a decision through votes, it is more decentralized and less autonomous. The next thing that defines Web 3.0 is the 3D graphics that comes into it. You can see Oculus, all those other virtual smart glasses, virtual things coming in. Virtual reality and augmented reality is already available. So three-dimensional designs has already been applied in real life. So looking at these technologies available, it gave birth to Metaverse, a network of 3D virtual worlds focused on social connection and networking. You see projects like Decentraland launched, which is an example of Metaverse, a land that you can buy in the virtual world, and you can use such land to build anything you want to build. You can use such land for anything. So you buy a plot of land in the virtual world called Metaverse. These are new things that Web 3.0 is already opening us up to. So now you have virtual tours. I can take a tour of a museum in the maybe the British Museum without living here, using the virtual tour, and that I will need my VR. So you see all of these being available. There are a lot of museums that have employed this technology already. A lot of study centers have also used this in the way they deliver their classes. So what do you see in this? You see that it is more user-centered. Users interact with the product directly. And that is the experience that Web 3.0 is also bringing. So what does it feel like to directly interact with this digital product? This is what Web 3.0 promotes. So you can compare that user experience to anything we have actually enjoyed or used in Web 2.0. You can't compare it. So how does it feel like? If you take a look at what Web 3.0 is actually bringing in, you would see that you have a lot of less limitation, and that less limitation is offered because Web 3.0 has given us that opportunity. So you see people going in to have meetings in the virtual world without leaving the comfort of their home. You can have almost anything you can do. Imagine playing a game that you are directly associated, like you feel the game. It's not a situation where you're just playing and someone can call you here, you still have that attention. But with 3D 3.0 web technology, we are looking at how we can directly interact with the product more. So now the question can still go like, what are some of those products that are available? What are some of those products that are available that are Web 3.0 based that we can also take advantage of? One of it is technologies that run on the blockchain. You know, blockchain has a public ledger where all transaction or activities can be authenticated. You can see it, what is happening and everything. But when you look at cryptocurrency, being a digital currency that runs on such technology, it gives you the freedom to hold a currency that you can transact wherever you are in the open universe. This is part of the things that Web 3.0 is also bringing. Take a look at the NFTs, non-fungible tokens. It gives you an opportunity to sell your art, your artwork, instead of you having to go to art gallery to try to display your art, to see how, just go to the NFT marketplaces. You have the OpenSea Foundation, so many of them. List your NFT there. Once you list your NFT, you will sell your NFT and you will make money. An opportunity, not so that 3.0 with 3.0 is also opening us up to. What about centralized exchanges? We've talked about the cryptocurrency, a digital currency. How do you exchange such coin or token for another? You use the centralized exchanges. You see some platforms like Binance, so many, Binance, KuCoin, Gate.io, Crypto.com, so many available that you can actually transact, exchange your currency for another currency without having any limitation. The next one, or the next product that has also been trending that takes advantage of Web 3.0 is actually the decentralized applications. Decentralized applications are an application that is designed, developed to run on the blockchain network. These decentralized applications has opened us up to so many opportunities. So at the point you can now stake a particular coin and exchange it for another coin and make money. So it opens you up to invest. That investing, you can farm a particular token. So all of these are opportunities that Web 3.0 has also pushed to us. You hear things like GameFi, where gamers can now make money. So instead of playing games just for fun, you now make money from gaming. You hear Axie Infinity, so many of them. You might be wondering, where are we going to? The goal is decentralization, better performance instead of just using normal cloud computing, going edge computing. Also looking at taking full advantage of AI, machine language. So all of these things are things that Web 3.0 has also pushed us to experience firsthand. You might be wondering, if you own a business, where can you start? You can start by first accepting digital asset or digital cryptocurrency. How about if you're a product designer, a business analyst? You can look at how to take advantage of Web 3.0. Look at projects that are either centralized exchanges, that are decentralized exchanges, that are DApp, designed applications for the decentralized applications. Look at how to take part in, if you're a developer, take part in developing smart contracts, building applications that run on the blockchain technology. All of these can make us to have this first-hand experience, feel how and what Web 3.0 is bringing. So I believe I have mentioned few things, and I think I might not be too elaborate. Some of these subjects are things that almost all of us are conversant with. But that was just how the presentation was organized to be. And we have seen the opportunity that the 3.0 comes with, and we don't have any limitation. So I believe if we take advantage of it, we will first of all enjoy the power that decentralization brings. And we take advantage of data fully. You see platforms like web browser coming in, where you can now browse. As you're browsing, you're making money from the adverts you're seeing. Instead of just using a website, you see so many adverts and you don't earn a dime, while the owner of the platform is making money from the advertisers. Here you have to, you take part in the commission. So you share it, and this is all like it is quite unlimited. So I believe this is how far I can go today in this part of the presentation, and I'd like the host to take over the session. Okay, please, you can drop your questions if you have questions. Yes, and I really appreciate if the questions coming now. We can just interact together. It's fine. Or ask the question directly. Just unmute yourself and your device, and ask the question directly. Would it be around how you can take advantage of the 3.0, or as a business owner, or around how you as experts who already have experts in Web 2.0 can delve into Web 3.0? I'm available to take any question that you have. Any. Don't think we have any question. Who's there? I think the host should look at how to continue the discussion or the other part of the program. Is anybody actually hearing me?
Okay, thank you, Mr. Samuel. Akpan, thank you so much for looking at the host is back. I'll just yield my mic to him.
Sorry, I my network went off.
I'm sorry about that.
Mr. Samuel, you can end your screen sharing now so that
Okay, all
or
right.
right.